Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this YouTube video. I'm Sanford Khan, economic forecaster, business author, and speaker. Title of this presentation is Welcome to a economic bedtime story. An economic bedtime story concerning the economy, obviously. So this will be different. Once upon a time, some time ago in the 1990s, there was a Republican president, George Bush. This is George Bush the first, the father. He was president in, I think, right before Bill Clinton. As you know, I like to digress just a little, okay? If you've seen some of my other videos and you've read my writings that I post various places, you know that I'm really against class warfare and envy. If you want to destroy opportunity and advancement in society, you pass legislation that punishes those people who have done well within the rule of law. You pass legislation basically as class envy and warfare. You think you're going to get them. Get them. It is highly destructive. If you take opportunity away from those who have done well, you also tax it away from those who want to climb up the economic ladder. You cannot hurt one without hurting the other. We are all connected economically. Don't forget that. Actually, you should remember it emotionally. We are all connected economically. You hurt those who have done well within the rule of law. You take away opportunity from those who wish to do well within the rule of law. You can't hurt one for the other. Can't hurt one without hurting the other. So let's talk about this bedtime story. Back in the 1990s, this George Bush the first, President George Bush, number one, his son later became president, cooperated with the Democrats in Congress, he was a Republican president, and passed this luxury tax. It's sort of like equivalent to a wealth tax. It was on expensive yachts, jewelry, cars, and all that stuff. Really expensive stuff. So this is a real story, because I remember it. He should have known better, but it goes to show you economic ignorance isn't confined to one political party. So what happened? They passed a luxury tax. Let's look at yachts, because that's what I'm going to talk about, because that's what I've seen. So they passed a luxury tax on yachts. So what happened? The wealthy didn't buy yachts, not in the United States. Over 25,000 workers in Florida who built yachts were laid off immediately, within a few days. Laid off, over 25,000. These weren't rich people. These were people in the middle to lower rungs of the economic ladder. They had children, they had families, they had to pay rents, mortgages, food, you name it. They had the same expenses as you and I. They lost their jobs. So instead of hurting the wealthy, it went right on down to the middle and hurt them. That's what happens. Now, I personally knew a man who worked as a yacht salesman in Newport Beach. He made a decent living. He was not wealthy. He had a simple, I think, 1 or 2 bedroom condo in Sunset Beach, California, that I think his parents helped him buy. He was not wealthy by any means, but he made a decent living. He lost his job, as he explained it to me, overnight. Overnight, job gone. As long as I knew him, and that was for a few years. We belonged to a hiking group together at that time. As long as I knew him, he was always bitter. He never recovered, both mentally and financially. He always had odd jobs. He never recovered as long as I knew him. I lost track. As time went by, I lost track of him. So this is what happens when you try to punish the so-called wealthy with taxes on one thing or another, or even on income. It goes right on down to the middle. You pay the price. You pay the price. The politics of class envy and warfare don't work. Actually, I consider them un-American. You want to give people the opportunities to advance up the economic ladder, not tax it away. Anyways, I've spoken long enough. I don't want to make a long video out of this. Appreciate one more thing you could do for me is subscribe to my channel. Until we meet again, remember, Stay liquid and prosper. Take care now, folks.